Hello, I'm Professor Tara and welcome to my lab. It's hidden away at the Walla Public Library. Are you ready for some summer reading program fun? I am. It's creepy crawly week. What are some things that creep and crawl around? We've got snakes. We've got spiders, worms, all kinds of insects like ants, and some of the most microscopic teeny tiny creatures are called water bears, also known as tardigrades. Now they live in moist and super hot and super cold environments. These things can even survive in a vacuum. They're amazing and they're microscopic, meaning you can't see them with your eyes, but you can see them under a microscope. They kind of look like bears, don't they? Except they have those weird mouths and they're super small. They're very durable, and I hope you'll look them up and learn more about them. And then we also have creepy crawlies that are pollinators. So pollinators are insects like bees that land on flowers and they gather the pollen. And then when they land on another flower, the pollen gets onto that flower or that plant and it's able to then make more seeds. So that's why they're called pollinators. And we actually have some pop-up books here at the library that we keep in the back because they're kind of fragile, so we don't let just anyone see them. But today, you get that opportunity. This is a book, a pop-up book about bees. And it is by Dimensional Nature Portfolio Series. And the text is by Dr. Beth B. Norden. And the illustrations are by Baruda Hansen. So, here's the bee. I'm sure you can recognize a few things, like the antenna, the wings, its legs. And on its legs is where it carries the pollen. There's even, it's sitting on a flower in this book. Now, another pollinator, and honeybees are actually very gentle, by the way. They only get very upset if you are rough with them or disturb their hives. So give them a lot of space. Now, another pollinator is the butterfly. Did you know that butterflies migrate? We have butterflies that travel all the way from Mexico up through Missouri, and they're called monarchs. This is a different butterfly, but monarchs will fly all the way from Mexico to the United States. They'll fly through Missouri. And I hope you'll look this up online or come to the library and get a book about butterflies. I don't know if you can see it, but this special book has a map of their migration. So let's look at the butterfly. So they have wings, and it's interesting because their wings are fragile, right? You don't want to touch it because you'll rub the cells off and then they can't fly. But then again, they're strong enough to travel hundreds, thousands of miles, right? So that's pretty incredible. And here you see the butterfly on a flower. So they drink the nectar, and which is kind of like sugar water. Think of it as really thick juice. The same thing that hummingbirds drink. And hummingbirds are pollinators too. Have you ever seen a hummingbird feeder with a thick nectar? Okay, so the butterflies drink that nectar and they pollinate our world to help the flowers and other plants grow. So they're very important. Now the thing is, as humans have used insecticides and as humans have done mass farming and we've cut down the trees for agriculture or lumber, and build a lot of our homes, they don't have as much of a habitat. So if you can in your yard, instead of planting things from other countries or other states, contact the Missouri Conservation Department and see if you can order plants that are local to us that the butterflies would like. Things like milkweed and other flowers. Okay, another thing you can do to help you see the butterflies and observe them and to feed them is to make a butterfly puddler. And so what we're going to do is set it up where we're going to feed the butterflies outside. So if you've already picked up your grab and go bag, you can pause the video and go get that. And we'll go over everything you'll need. Okay. So, in your grab and go bag, you'll see this. This is a takeout lid, and then we've punched 4 holes in this takeout lid. And in your bag, you'll have some yarn and some beads. So from home, you're going to need to find small pebbles, small rocks. You're going to need sugar, something to stir the sugar, water, and of course napkins in case some of the water spills. Now you can also use pieces of fruit. However, it's important to know that the fruit will rot. The sugar water, if you make the sugar water will eventually evaporate. So it's important to keep this in a cool space around your home, or only leave it outside for a little bit. And then you can make more sugar water or put out fresh fruit whenever it's time to change it. So this is called a puddler, because what you're going to do is with a cup of water, you're going to get out some sugar if you're not using fruit, and you put it in the sugar, or put it in the water, and you want the water a little bit warm, not hot, but a little bit warm, so the sugar will dissolve. And then you stir that, and you're making like that nectar, right? That sweet solution for the butterflies. Okay. Then, don't need the rocks just yet. I almost skipped a step. So, and you might need scissors from home too, in case you need to trim the yarn. Now you can also use strong wire, or have someone help you bend out a wire coat hanger, and you can use that if you're gonna hang it. Wire is actually a lot sturdier, but the decorative beads may not. Well, yeah, these beads, let's take a look. Oh yeah, you're gonna get beads too. These beads have pretty big holes in them, so they might fit over the wire, but the wire would help keep this balanced. Otherwise, you'll have your string you can cut, and you'll loop the wire or the string through, and it's probably a good idea if you're using string to double it, right? You do this and you tie it, and you do it for all 4 sides of the plate. Then you tie them together, then you put the beads on. Then you tie it together at the top, and you can hang it either from your porch. You can hang it from a low tree limb. You can even, like, sometimes there's plant hangers that you can hang these from. Okay. Now, the butterflies need some place to sit while they're drinking from this either fruit water or the sugar water. So that's why you put the little stones in it. So they'll fly over, sit on that, and drink. And then you'll be helping the butterflies, and you'll have a chance to observe and enjoy the butterflies. If you would like to learn more about butterflies, we have lots of books here in the library that'll tell you about their anatomy, the different species, where they live, and a lot of times each butterfly has a specific plant or flower they love the most, just like the monarchs in their area prefer milkweed. So I hope you have have fun exploring, and if you take any pictures, please give permission to share them on Facebook. We'd love to see them. All right, see you next time. Bye.